Good morning, student. Now discuss Gibbs free energy. Okay, so the one of the important application of the second law of thermodynamics is due to predict the spontaneity of a reaction and a specific set of conditions. So a reaction that occurs under the given set of conditions without any external driving force is called the spontaneous reactions. So otherwise it is said to be non-spontaneous in our day-to-day life. Okay, so in our day-to-day life, we observe many spontaneous physical and chemical process. So including the waterfall runs downhill, but never uphill spontaneously. So the next, a lamp of sugar that dissolves spontaneously in a cup of coffee, but never repairs in its original from spontaneously. Okay, so the next, the heat flows from hotter the object to a colder one. So, but never flows from colder to hotter object spontaneously. The next, the spontaneous of a gas is the into an evacuate bulb is a spontaneous process, the reverse process, that is gathering of all molecules into one bulb is not spontaneous. This is the spontaneous process illustrations. Okay, for this example show that the process that occurs spontaneously in one direction cannot take place in opposite direction spontaneously. So the similarly a large number of exothermic reactions are spontaneously. This is the exothermic reactions. The exothermic reactions, the methane, the reaction to oxygen, the product, the carbon dioxide and water molecules. Okay, so this is the del H naught value minus 890 kilojoule per mole. This is the exothermic process. Okay, the another one example, acid base neutralization. For example, H plus and OH minus H2O. So the H plus OH minus the reaction to H2O. So the del H is equal to minus 57.32 kilojoule per mole. This is the neutralization. Okay, the next one, the discuss endothermic. Okay, this is one the reactions, the endothermic reaction. So the some endothermic process also the spontaneous. For example, ammonium nitrate that dissolved in water the spontaneously through these dissolutions and is endothermic. So for example, ammonium nitrate they separated the ammonium ions and nitrate ions. This is the dilute solutions of water. So from the examples we can come the conclusions that exothermically favor the spontaneity but does not it. So we cannot decide the whether or not a chemical reactions will occur spontaneously, the slowly on the basis of energy changes in the system. So they follow the second law. The second law of thermodynamic introduced another thermodynamic functions called Gibbs free energy. So which finds useful in predicting the spontaneity of the reaction. So the Gibbs free energy was developed in the 1870s by George William Gibbs. So the originally termed these energies as the available energy to do work in this system. So this quantity is the energy associated with a chemical reaction that can be used to do work. This is the Gibbs free energy formula. See this. This is the Gibbs free energy formula. G is equal to H minus Ts. The G means Gibbs free energy and H means enthalpy and T temperature and N means entropy. Okay, so the Gibbs free energy is an extensive property and it's a signal valued state function. So the change in the Gibbs free energy, and say this, the change in the Gibbs free energy. So the first one, the state 2, the second one state, the constant is the temperature. So the G2 minus G1. The G2 means the second state, the G1 means first state. The first state of the Gibbs free energy and second state of the Gibbs free energy. Okay, so the G2 minus G1 is equal to H2 minus H1. The H2 minus H1 means the H2 second state of the enthalpy and H1 first state of the enthalpy. So minus T means temperature, the constant temperature. So S2 minus S1. So this is the change in the Gibbs free energy. So del G is equal to del H minus T del S. Okay, now let us consider how del G is related to the reactions spontaneously. So the del S means changing the entropy, the total energy of the converter, the del S system added the del S surrounding. For the reversible process, this is the equilibrium. Okay, so the change in entropy of the universe is 0. So the universe is 0 is equal to the change in the entropy total is equal to 0. So the del H system is the enthalpy change of reactions. So change in the temperature and change in the entropy is the energy which is not available to do work. So the del G is the net energy available to do useful work and is thus a measure of the free energy for this reason. So it is also known as the free energy of the reactions. See these reactions, the Gibbs free energy. See this reaction, this is the Gibbs free energy network done by the system. For any system at constant pressure and temperature, so del G is equal to, this is one, del G is equal to del H minus T del S. Okay, so the del H is equal to del U plus P del V. Okay, so the del G is equal to del U plus the P del V minus T ds. So they follow this, the first thermodynamics law. So apply these equations. This is the first one equation and second one, this is the third one. The third one equations is the follow this, the first thermodynamics law apply. So first thermodynamics law formula, del U is equal to Q plus W. So the second one thermodynamics formula, this one, del S is equal to Q by T. So apply this formula, the del J is equal to del U value Q plus W plus P del V. Okay, the minus T, then next del S, this is the entropy. So the change in the entropy formula, the second law of thermodynamics. So the del S means Q by T. The Q by T apply. So the T cancel, Q cancel. So balanced del G is equal to W plus P del V. Okay, this is the negative sign. So the minus P del V represented the work done due to the expansion against a constant external pressure. So therefore it is clear that the decreases in free energy, so minus del Ng. So the accompanying the process, the taking place at constant temperature and pressure is not equal to the maximum work obtainable from the system other than the work of expansion. This is the Gibbs free energy and net work done by the system. Okay, the next one discuss the certainty of spontaneity of a process. Okay, see this problem. The problems the 7.8. So that the reactions, the carbon monoxide, the reactant to oxygen, the product to carbon dioxide. So at 300 Kelvin is spontaneous. The standard Gibbs free energies of formations of carbon dioxide and carbon monoxide. This is the value. Okay, so the values is the carbon monoxide, the reaction to oxygen. So this is the carbon dioxide. This is the product side. This one the reactant side. So the product minus reactant. So del G not reactions. The del G not this is the product side. This is the reactant. So carbon dioxide minus G naught CO plus half O2. So del G naught reactant. So minus 394.4. The 137.2 plus 0. So the minus 394.4 plus the added the 137, this value minus 257. So the LG reactions of the reactions at a given temperature is negative, hence the reaction is spontaneous. Okay, the next one discuss the relations between standard free change. The relations between standard free energy change and equilibrium constant. Okay, the see this, the discuss the standard energy. Okay, this is one. This is the A plus B, the equilibrium constant C plus D. In a reversible process, the system is in perfect equilibrium. So with these surroundings at all times, a reversible chemical reactions can proceed in either direction, so that the dynamic equilibrium is set up. This means that equilibrium is set up. This means that the reactions in both the direction should reactions the produced with decreases in free energy with is impossible. So it is possible only if at equilibrium the free energy of a system is minimum. So let us consider a general formula. See this, A plus B, the equilibrium C plus D. So the free energy changes of the observed reactions if any state is related to the standard free energy change of the reactions. So according to the following equation, this one, the del G is equal to del G naught plus RT ln of Q. This is the very important. Okay, so the where Q is reaction, this is the coefficient. Okay, so the ratio of concentration of the product to the concentrations of the reactants under non-equilibrium conditions. So when the equilibrium is attained, there is no further free energy changes. So del G is equal to 0. So the del G is equal to 0. So del G naught minus RT ln of Q. So the Q means this is the coefficient. So the constant equilibrium. Okay, K means constant, EQ means equilibrium. So this equation is known as Van 't Hoff equations. Okay, so they apply this, the ln of the log value apply these equations. So del G naught is equal to minus 2.303 RT log of KUQ. So the del G naught is equal to del H naught minus T del S naught minus is equal to minus RT ln of KQ. Okay, this is the relations between standard free energy changes. Okay, see these calculations. See this, they calculated the conversions of oxygen to ozone. This is the ozone. Okay, the oxygen they converted the ozone at 298 Kelvin. The Kp is for this conversion is 2.47 into 10 to the power of minus 27 in standard pressure unit. So apply this formula. The del G value is equal to minus 2.303. The R value means the 8.314 joule per Kelvin per mole. Okay, this is the R value, this is the constant value. Okay, the next one, T temperature, the temperature means 298 Kelvin. Okay, this is the temperature. Okay, the next one, the log of Kp. The Kp value means this one, the 2.47 into 10 to the power of minus 29. This is the Kp value. So apply these equations. The minus 29 minus 2.303 RT, the log of Kp. Okay, they apply this equation. They see this. This is the equations. The first one, the R constant value and Kp. This question's value, the Kp value, the temperature 298. Okay, so the del G naught is equal to minus 2.303 8.314 into 298 log of 2.47. Okay, this is the value substitutions. This value 16,300 joule per mole. So they converted the Kelvin. So the 16.3 Kelvin joule per mole. Okay, this is the conversion. The del G naught value calculated. Okay, the next last one discuss third law of thermodynamics. The third law of thermodynamics. This is the third law of thermodynamics. Okay. So the entropy of substance varies directly with temperature. The lower the temperature, so the lower is the entropy. For example, water above 100 degrees Celsius at 1 atmosphere excites as a gas and has higher entropy. So the water molecules are free to the roam about in the entire container. Okay, the third law of thermodynamic. See this. The third law of thermodynamics states that the entropy of pure crystalline substance and absolute zero is zero. And absolute zero is zero. So otherwise it can be started as it is impossible to lower the temperature of an objective to absolute zero in the finite the number of steps. Then mathematically S is equal to 0 for a perfectly ordered crystalline state. So T is equal to T to 0, the limit substitution. So S is equal to 0. So the crystal with the defect and the imperfections and absolute 0 have entropy greater than 0. So absolute entropy of a substance can never be negative. Okay, this is the third law of thermodynamics. Okay, thank you.